Hey everyone, Tactics here with a quick guide to the Hungering Destroyer fight on both normal and heroic difficulties. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you like and subscribe for more content like it, and let's get right into it. This is a one-phase encounter, but it can have a lot going on at any time. For this fight, you'll likely want to have your raid split into several different groups depending on your raid size, as this helps you deal with many of the mechanics. For 30 players, we had 6 different groups. For tanks, the boss has Hungering Strikes, causing consecutive melee attacks against the same target to grant 8% more damage and leech their health. To keep the boss at low stacks, you can taunt after each Overwhelm, which is a big physical hit on the active tank. For the rest of the raid, the boss will mark several players with a blue arrow, then shoot a volatile ejection at them, dealing damage to anyone in the line and causing them to take 500% more damage from ejections for 24 seconds. This means that getting hit by 1 isn't a big deal, but getting hit by 2 is instant death, so make sure none of these marked players are on top of each other. We had our group staggered in a way such that marked players would only need to move if 2 of them were in the same stack, reducing how much players need to think about this ability. Throughout the fight, the boss will mark several players with gluttonous miasma, which puts a 100% healing reduction on them and causes them to take ticking damage for the duration. To deal with this, anyone within the circle surrounding these players will have their health leached to them, so you'll need a few people in each circle to keep them healthy. With 30 players, we got 6 of these debuffs at once, and we just made sure no more than 2 were ever in one group of players. Occasionally, the boss will cast Expunge, which causes every player to erupt after a short time based on their missing health. The more health they're missing, the bigger this eruption range is, so make sure players are topped up before this goes off, and everyone quickly spreads out to mitigate raid damage. On Heroic, this ability also leaves behind Obliterating Rifts, which are orbs that only disappear when soaked, dealing damage to the soaker. To deal with these, you can have players that are healthy after the Expunge cast goes off soak their own orbs, and you can also use immunities such as Turtle or Spell Warding to chain soak several at once. At 100 energy, the boss casts Consume, pulling players towards him and leeching health based on how close they are when the cast goes off. You'll want to just run out of this large AoE here and go back to the boss when he's done. To recap, tank swap every time Overwhelm is cast. Make sure you don't get hit by more than 1 volatile ejection, shown by players marked with a blue arrow. If you're debuffed with gluttonous miasma, make sure you stay near a few other players, as this is the only way to be healed. Make sure players are topped up for Expunge and spread out to reduce raid damage when it goes off. On Heroic, have healthy players or use immunities to soak the orbs that spawn from Expunge. And finally, at 100 energy, make sure everyone runs out of the giant consumed circle. But that is it for my quick guide to Castle Nathria's Hungering Destroyer on normal and heroic difficulty. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and subscribe for more content like it. You can also follow me on Twitter or check me out on Twitch, both at Tactics. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.